on this, and then we will go ahead and get started with Mark Medina.
Hey, sorry about that. Ty, good to see you. Hey, in lieu of Kawhi getting on second team, defensive team, I was wondering, how do you assess his season overall, and how would you compare it to last year on the defensive end?
I don't know. I just know in the playoffs, like I said, the last two games against Luka, games 6 and 7, when he's the primary, defender on the ball, you see who Kawhi Leonard is. And I think you saw last game against Donovan Mitchell, taking a challenge, a one-on-one of guarding him. You see what kind of defender he is and, what he does defensively. So I don't really get caught up in first team, second team, third team. It's about when you need the guys the most, can they produce and can they get stops when you need them to? And that's what he does for our team.
Thanks, Mark. Go over to Law.
Hey, Ty, you mentioned not that long ago how your conversations with Zoo and Patrick Beverley went when they weren't playing as much in the first round, and how you would need them in this round. I feel like the roles kind of reversed with Rajon Rondo a little bit. He hasn't played in the last 2 games, and was wondering how those conversations gone with him as far as keeping him connected into what you're trying to do in this series.
They've been good. Yeah, they've been good. Just staying ready, understanding, the opportunity, what we're doing, and matchups, and but they've been good. He's been okay.
Thanks. Go to Miriam.
Hey, good afternoon, Ty. Nick Batum yesterday was talking about that he's basically learning a new position in the playoffs, and it's a challenge, and obviously he's up for it. But have you asked a guy to do that before, and kind of what do you make of him approaching that challenge?
Yeah, I mean, we had Shannon Fry do it back in Cleveland in 2016 of going from the 4 to playing the 5. And we kind of pulled it out in the playoffs. And it was huge for us. And I think the same thing with Nick, being able to switch 1 through 5 and now playing the 5, trying to get him up to speed with some of the plays. But, he's been phenomenal, being able to switch, being able to space the floor, guard 1 through 5. So he's been phenomenal. We just got to continue to keep adding, just, do it slowly. But as of right now, he's been doing a great job.
Thank you.
Thanks. Go over to Justin Russo.
Hey, Coach. Good to see you. Obviously, rotations can fluctuate from game to game, even quarter to quarter. But based on what you saw to the guys in Game 3, do you kind of anticipate this to be your 9-man rotation going forward in the series?
Yeah, for right now, the way we played and the way we performed the other night, it was great. So, why change it? And then just kind of see what happens and just go with the flow of the game. And if you need certain players or certain pieces, then you try to plug those guys in when needed. But right now, the juice we had defensively and how we was able to try to take them out of some of their sets and things they wanted to do, I think right now that's a 9-man rotation that we set up right now.
Let's go to Melissa.
Hey, Ty, what's impressed you most about how the Clippers have handled adversity throughout this postseason?
Well, it started all season long. I think, with so many injuries throughout the course of the season and so many different guys stepping up like Pat, T-Man, and Amir Coffey, Luke Kennard, even Cousins when he first got here, he didn't know a lot of plays, but he stepped in and played a huge role. So I think, all season long, just handling adversity throughout the season of guys being injured and hurt, those guys have a chance to play in big games. I think when we had to win big games, we're back against the wall. We came out and performed. And so nothing's really has changed in these playoffs, and right now coming home 2-0, getting that Game 3 was huge, but tonight's going to be even a bigger game for us. And I think we'll be ready and prepared for it.
Cam, you can go ahead.
Hey, good afternoon, Coach.
What's up?
Hey, similar to a counterpuncher, it appears your team responds best when their back is against the wall and they take the opponent's best shot. How have you changed your coaching style considering your guys appear to play best that way, if at all?
It's been different. You never really want to be the counterpuncher. You always want to be the aggressor. And, first 2 series, like I said, we come out, got down 2-0, and our backs were against the wall. We got to perform at a high level. We've done that. But it's not something that you want to get used to, digging yourself holes like this. But, like I said, give Utah credit. They won their 2 games on their home floor. We didn't play well. We understand that, but we still had opportunities to win, both of those games. So with that being said, we just got to take care of home court, tonight. And then going forward, we know we got to win one game on their floor. So we want to take care of home tonight like they did, and now put the pressure on them going back home for game 5.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks. And Joe Reedy, you can go ahead.
Hey, Ty, speaking of counter punching and everything, your Cleveland teams in 16 and 18 were pretty good too when their backs were against the wall. Are there any similarities between the two squads and how they responded to adversity?
Yeah, I think when your back's against the wall, you're able to make some adjustments. You're able to perform at a higher level. Situation we were in, versus Dallas being down 0-2 and then going to Dallas. I mean, that was a tough situation to be in. I haven't been in that position before. We got down 2-0 to Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals, but they won their first 2 home games and we were going home. So a lot of differences as far as, on the road and at home. But, for the most part, I think any team, when you're back against the wall, to be able to perform at a high level just shows who you are and who you are as a team. And that's who we are. We know our backs were against the wall again in this second round. And we got to come out and perform, tonight for game 4 to try to tie this series up.
And then just as a follow-up, you guys, it seemed like the only pitfall defensively Saturday was the number of wide open looks they hit on 3-pointers. How can you adjust for that? Was that just a byproduct of playing zone mostly?
I think more so just trying to, slow down Donovan Mitchell. In Utah, he had 2 great games. So coming home for game 3, we wanted to make sure we take the ball out of his hands and make him see different defenses. And he made some good passes. They got some open shots. But, when you double team the basketball, you're going to give up something. And we know this team shoots threes at a high clip. But, the first priority right now is to try to slow Donovan Mitchell down.
Thanks, Coach. This looks like all the hands we got for you. Have a
All right,
great game,
thank you.
sir. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you guys post game.